Hi, I'm John Rice, Director of BowlandLearning.com, and I'd like to share with you the top 10 strategies of having a meaningful conversation. Strategy number 3, recognise the characteristics of each type of conversation. So in the last couple of strategies, we laid out how you needed to have clarity of purpose and you needed to be able to conduct things in a high trust manner. So this allows us to define 4 different types of conversations. Once you become attuned to what these different conversations look like, sound like and feel like, then you're more likely to be able to modify your approach and move towards something that is genuinely meaningful. Let's start here. Down here, we term it a meaningless conversation. Neither dimension is being attended to. Things are being conducted in a low trust way, where trust is just a shorthand indicator for the quality of the relationship you have with the other individual. And you're not delivering on the purpose of the conversation. So in this area here, you have something that's meaningless. What does it look like? It can be anxious, irritation, tense, quite toxic. Neither party really cares. Neither party may have prepared for the conversation, and they certainly don't care about the outcome of the conversation. Conversely, over here, we're starting to deliver on the purpose of the conversation. So the objectives are set with absolute clarity. The feedback's given with absolute clarity, but we're still conducting it in a way which is not really building that trust or that relationship with the other person. So we call it coercive. Characteristics of that are much more about it being one way, one agenda's being served. Could be a bit of a broadcast rather than a two-way exchange. And certainly it might be to the other person quite demoralising. They don't feel listened to. They're not being invited to have their opinion given. And there's not that questioning and listening to encourage that exchange. Up here in the top corner, we've got a high trust conversation going on. The good old Tom's a lovely guy, but I've no clue not what to do next. And so this is where you have high trust conversation, but that lack of clarity. What does that sound like? Nice, friendly, but then you often get words like fluffy or didn't quite get the meaning of that. And so people could come out with a sense that it wasn't prepared for, it wasn't very well structured, and it might give out a sense of being quite informal. And finally, we come to where we want to be, which is a meaningful conversation. What does that look like? Both dimensions are tended to. There's respect. There's two-way exchange, there's questioning, listening, rapport. There is an inviting of opinion, and there is a listening to the answer. All of this is very constructive, positive and motivational, and clearly where we want to be aiming for. I'm John Rice, Director of BowlandLearning.com.